In late December 2016, a lame duck president of the United States left Washington, D.C. for the warmth and comfort of Hawaii. He brought with him a pen, more mighty than any sword, and he quietly put it to use. He spent his waning days in power to grant clemency to the last of nearly 2,000 criminals that he pardoned. But he wasn't finished. He went on to commit the largest government land grab in our nation's history. The Bears Ears is a natural formation of two mesas and surrounding canyon lands. From afar, the mesas resemble a bear's two ears. The citizens of Utah have long valued and appreciated this area. In spite of all of Utah's conservation success, without anyone casting a vote, the people's land was going to be controlled by big city environmentalists. Without concern for we the people and giving no consideration to the conservation success going on in Utah, simply to appease big city liberal environmentalists, President Obama designated an unprecedented 1.3 million acres of Utah land as a monument, thereby restricting the people's use and access to the land. Worse yet, the designation restricted the state and local officials from continuing to successfully manage the land as they had for years.
This is land my family, my people, in fact, everyone in Utah had open access to.
Utah's wildlife populations are at all-time highs and are the envy of the nation. Thanks to some of the best state-directed game and land management in the country, Utah has become America's Serengeti when it comes to wildlife populations.
This is a matter of control by the federal government.
When Bears Ears was designated as a national monument, control of our land was taken away and shifted to the federal government in Washington, D.C.
For decades, 12 regulations and guidelines have been in place to protect and preserve the land. A national monument designation was not needed.
With the designation of the Grand Staircase Escalante Monument, wildlife habitat improvement projects became increasingly difficult to do.
This is a wrong that needs to be righted.
We do need a champion to make this right. We need a hero.
Within months of his election, President Donald Trump fulfilled another campaign pledge by ordering the Interior Secretary to review the Bears Ears situation along with other recent abuses of the Antiquities Act. Interior Secretary Zinke, as part of his comprehensive review process, came to Utah to learn firsthand about the Bears Ears. He went on to present his recommendation to President Trump. Recently, President Trump recognized the obvious travesty and took decisive action.
The national monument designation could have divided the people. In some respect it did, but at the local grassroots level, it united the people.
By uniting, we have given a voice back to the local people.
Thanks to President Trump, 180,000 acres of land immediately surrounding the Bears Ears will remain a national monument. The remaining 1 million plus acres will return to multiple use by the people.
Secretary Zinke, thank you for listening to the voice of state wildlife managers.
President Trump, Secretary Zinke, thanks for keeping my access to our great public lands.
Thank you, Mr. President.
President Trump, thank you for hearing and listening to the voice of the American hunter. We are the world's true conservationists.
We are giving a voice back to the land, the wildlife, and the people.
Finally, the land has a voice. A champion. A hero.